I wonder what the threshold, I've used that word a lot today, the threshold is for being susceptible to anti-refugee rhetoric in the context of your own problems.
Now, I think we can all agree, James is a complete arsehole. Having said that, he is a good example of a blue world border operative, and the hypocrisy and sanctimoniousness of his demeanor is palpable, and as such makes a good example to highlight blue world border operatives' hypocrisy. Let's imagine if foreigners came over and took his job and every other job he was qualified to do, or even jobs he was not qualified to do. Would he reach that threshold of the person he is implying is some sort of subhuman racist and also become susceptible to anti-refugee rhetoric, or would he just stoically sit down and die?
I wonder if there is a logical relationship between it. I've always been of the view that it's politically toxic and genius at the same time to blame the other.
Here comes the multi-layered duplicity used by all blue world border operatives. He now accuses the conservative side of the blue world border system of using the blame the other tactic, or the divide and conquer tactic, whilst knowing he is sitting pretty in the labor side of the blue world border, under the protection of the blue world border system. He knows has the whole of humanity under the yoke of debt slavery. Yet the people who complain they have no jobs caused by the gangster system he is paid handsomely by, and through debt slavery, even if they did have a job, could not live on the wages paid because of a $300 trillion debt that needs paying, he implies are being misled by the conservative side of the blue world border to blame immigrants being brought in to do the jobs British people cannot afford to do. Who is really using the divide and conquer tactic here? Oh, the cleverness of James O'Brien, a top-notch blue world border operative. Most ruling families use a double-headed eagle as a symbol. This is why.
For your own life, if I can persuade you that it is the fault of Mexicans that you can't afford to retire, or if I can persuade you that it is the fault of
conservatives
you can't afford to retire, if I can persuade you that it is the fault of people who came here in the 50s as part of the Windrush generation, that they're the reason why you can't afford to move house or can't afford to get your kids to school. I mean, that is just, if you're in power, that's just genius, right?